Hello and welcome back to Friday's vlog. Few problems today. I'll go through that soon, so it's kind of drew back what I can actually film. There's a few cars coming in this afternoon. I've got one coming for an MOT to check over an Insignia. I've got one on the lift here which I'll show you. But we'll go through what I've got in and what we've done. So like I showed you this Astra yesterday. Brand new discs and pads on the front. So that's going to handle lovely there now. Brand new front arms. As you can see, I've coated them with a bit of wax oil to stop them from getting where they will get corroded eventually. But the other ones have lasted from new since 2004. So you them forward arms on. Like I said, remember, you've got to jack the car up with the jacking beam before tightening these bushes up. As you can see on the other side there, nice new arm, coated with protection, discs and pads. They look spot on. As you've seen, the rear pads were done. As you can see, the back's all still stripped down. I'll get to that in a minute. You've seen I did the rear discs and pads last week. But there's the springs next to each other. This is what I want to show you. If you look how longer that one actually is as well, actually that needs to come down a bit to there. That's about 310mm, that's about 280. And if you look how thin the coils are on this one, I don't even think this is for the right car, to be quite honest. So that's no good having it like that. But typically on a Friday, when we want it just to be done, the springs just need popped in, bolts put in, and that would have been the job done. But no, that's too simple. This week we've had a nightmare with parts. That Ford Fusion that we had in at the beginning of the week, I don't know if I mentioned about, in fact that's still there, still sitting there. I had to go through 3 lots of springs to get a correct spring for a Ford Fusion. I know they're not the most popular of car, but they're still out there enough. What was that? Something else I was ordering this week? Oh, all the parts for next week. I've got a few cars in next week. What was it again? Can't get a fuel filter for an Insignia. Can't get an air filter. It's not even going to arrive till Tuesday. An air filter for an Insignia is going to take from ordering it on Thursday night till Tuesday. That's not because we're closed till Tuesday. All sorts. It's just crazy. Even the track on end for my Mercedes, like I've mentioned, I'm getting a cracking deal with it. I don't mind waiting for that price. That's coming from like Dundee or somewhere. It's crazy. So yeah, that's the problem with this now, the springs. There is 2 down here. That was not basically they were ordered overnight. That was the choice of these 2 and a choice of 2. These are cheap brands which I really never use, and a good quality pair, which were a different type, which were meant to be the correct type for this car. So these are just completely incorrect. I'll see if I can open it. I don't want to damage the box. As you can see there, they are just completely incorrect. Tiny little gauge spring. That must be for a standard hatchback or something like that. I'll sort that in a second. So yeah, so that's cocked the day up. As you can see, when you're working garage and things like this happen, this car should have been out yesterday, and because of wrong parts, now it's delayed. All the hard work at the front, excuse me, is now not done. Now it's got to sit up on the lift, blocking the lift, and now we need to have another car in to be checked, which is coming in a minute, an Insignia. So now I've got to try and rush and get this one off the lift and check the other one. So all these errors that you get with parts companies really impact on your day. And I'm sure all of you guys out there, even the ones who aren't mechanics, if you're a builder or a joiner, if you're sitting there with a job stripped down and you're waiting for materials to be delivered and they don't turn up or the wrong stuff turns up, it just completely knacks the day up. And now, unfortunately for us, luckily this customer's generally okay, I'm going to have to now tell him that he dropped his car off to on... might have been Wednesday night actually, but that was intentional. And now he's not going to get his car back till Tuesday, unless we come in tomorrow morning and fit them. But luckily, I've managed to go through every part company I can find, and there's one of them. Sorry, there, one of the lads from across the road needed some water. Yeah, so that's the problem. I'm going to have to actually ring. I've just thought I haven't rang them up. I need to ring them up and find out if it's okay. 2 options: either put the thing back together, or it's going to have to wait until Tuesday or come in on Saturday. But like I've mentioned, I have managed to get some, which I don't hold any hope for. If you hold your hope on something, you'll just be disappointed when it's wrong. But at least if it's right, it's a good thing. It's positive. So I think 3:30 they're due to come in. So proper Kayaba ones as well, good quality. So fingers crossed they're going to be right, because there's an option about the thickness of them. With this being a convertible, it's different to a normal. And as you can see, this has got really thin coils at the bottom, and this basically this stays the same thickness of coil from top to bottom, where the other one doesn't. It changes. And just quickly, this is the Cougar in. I just want to point one thing with these. This needed a full exhaust that was going to cost thousands, absolute fortunes, and the guy got an aftermarket one. I mean, no, as you can see, they never last for ages, but it, yeah, be careful if you own one of these Cougars. You can get into very expensive situations when your DPF goes. These exhausts get very, very expensive. But this is just pretty much the same as the one I videoed yesterday, as I showed you on the videos. This is the older version, but still got the Citroen Peugeot engine in it. Not a bad car, actually. Like I said, this will be the 180, but as you can see, it's got the different rear diff on this one, the Haldex again. Got to be very careful with these. Regularly check them, because they can be very costly when they go wrong, and the prop shafts as well are very expensive. But apart from that, not bad cars. But this will be the 180 brake, being the 4-wheel drive. So yeah, so this is in for MOT. No problems found, because it's all been fully under sealed. So, well, sorry about that. I don't know what part I was up to with that Cougar. I had to rush it through because the Insignia, which was due for MOT check over, turned up out the blue, and that needed to be off the lift, and the Insignia on. I don't even know if I got the Insignia on the film. I'll have to review that back myself. So that's the Insignia checked over. That's going in for, to my shock, didn't need anything bar a bulb and some screen washing. So that'll be going for MOT later on today. And I'm hoping at 3 o'clock the springs turn up for that, and we can get that out, and then it'll be happy days. So we'll leave the work situation there. Oh, yesterday me rant about these idiot environmentalists. That's what the group was called, the tyre extinguishers. What a bunch of idiots they are. Like, I've had a look through the form. Basically, they're going around letting everybody's tyres down in a particular area with SUVs. How pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. When, like I've mentioned, most people don't use the SUV every day, and like I've already mentioned, like that car, they pollute. That 2.2 petrol Astra pollutes more than most diesel 4-wheel drives. SUVs. So what a load of rubbish going around penalising people who have SUVs. It's just crazy. I don't honestly understand that point. But let's just say, for one thing, me included, if I found anybody letting my tyres down, we'll leave that one there. So let's just hope the tyre extinguishers, somebody catches them red-handed. And let's guess, I don't think they'll bother ringing the police, will they? I think they'll take matters into their own hands, as I would imagine most of you guys would if you found somebody interfering with your vehicle. Anyways, what are all yous lot doing this weekend? My plan, which has just worked out perfectly. As you know, I've got a caravan. I might film this. Let us know, do you want us to film my project caravan? I'll have this as part of my daily vlogs. As you see, got my Mercedes, everything's all done. The track rod end's got a bit of play in it which needs changed, and the 4-wheel alignment done. I'm a little bit apprehensive towing the caravan, but it's minor play in it, to the point where even on an MOT it will be a pass and advise. So it'll be fine. I'm only towing the caravan a matter of 2 or 3 miles back home. So what's going to happen is, I was going to do this on Sunday with my son, but I don't live in a tight street, but it's quite, so to speak, when cars are parked, not great for coming in with a caravan. So I've just messaged both my neighbours. See, my issue is, my caravan's got a motor mover, and my driveway is on quite a steep slope. Well, not quite a steep, just, you know, like a steep slope. And I've got to get up a curve and manoeuvre it like that close to my porch and push it back up to the house. You can only manage that with a motor mover unless you had about 6 men, which I don't really have. I want to be pestering people. But the problem is, my caravan's been left in storage for the last 6 months. So more than likely, even though it's a brand new Bosch S5 leisure battery, I have a feeling it'll either be flat or low on charge. The battery box on my caravan, it's just a plastic box it slides into, is very, very brittle. And when I put it in, I thought, ooh, I'm not looking forward to have to take this battery back out, because it's probably going to fall to bits. It's secure. The door on the side of the caravan locks, so no, it's strapped in to the body of the caravan, so no, the battery isn't going to fall out when I'm towing it. But I think if I took the battery in and out to bring it to the garage to charge it, to take it back, I think the battery box would probably give up the ghost, and I can't be bothered with the hassle, because it looks like a right chew, as the door system or the flap on the side of the caravan, I believe, is what holds the battery box under the seats to inside the caravan. So not going there, can't be bothered. And all of the electric plug, the isolator, is all part of that. No, not happening. So my plan is bring the caravan home, leave it parked in front of the door, i.e. half on the road, as you would normally park a car. Yes, I know you're not meant to park on a path, but everybody parks half and half on a path in modern estates, because if you park the car all four wheels on the road next to the curb, people couldn't get by, because they don't make the roads wide enough in these housing estates to have two cars to pass. Literally, you've got to nearly go onto the curb. So yeah, the caravan will be slightly on the curb, and I'm going to park it there in front of my door. Normally I would just unhook, put the motor mover on, manoeuvre it on my drive, job done. But I know, especially with it being an incline, the battery probably isn't going to take it. So what I'm going to do is bring the caravan home and leave it on the road. Obviously remember in the correct direction of traffic, so your rear reflectors show cars coming from behind. So don't park your caravan facing oncoming traffic. You want it to be parked on the left side of the road, so the reflectors are facing oncoming traffic. Leave it on the road overnight, take the wire across into the house and leave it on charge, because obviously the caravan's got an onboard battery charger, but it's nothing powerful, so it's going to take at least 12 to 24 hours to charge it. So what I'm going to do is going to bring the caravan home, park it up, take the wire across to the house and leave it on overnight, and put a special thing across the path so nobody falls, for health and safety, before anybody says yes. Even though all the pavement stones around this area are flipping that thick for tripping people up, sure, nobody's going to trip over a wire, but I will put a wire protector over the path for health and safety purposes. And then in the morning, get up, put the caravan with the motor mover diagonal on the drive, because what I want to do is jet wash it all down. But when it's parked up against the side, up the side of my house, and up against the porch, I can't get to the back and the side of the caravan, so I have to park it sideways on the drive to get the jet wash around it. I'll show you a bit of that. I'll do some videoing. Snow foam, polar wash, and then polar protect. I might put the ceramic protect, rub it down, and it just gives it its yearly protection, like a wax coating on it, so it keeps it right. Which, in fairness, I went to see it the other day at the storage yard. It's been there for 6 months and it still looks mint, and that's because I put this protection on it. So yeah, that's my plan. But my driveway is roughly 8.5 meters wide widthways, and I think my caravan's pushing about 7.5 meters. So I was a bit worried for taking the mickey for the neighbours of leaving it. So I messaged both my neighbours saying, I'll be bringing the caravan home. I hope it doesn't get in your way. Both of them said no problem, fine, because they're nice people. But luckily the people at the house joining to mine, they said that away this weekend. So that's perfect. She goes, you can park on my drive. She goes, do whatever you want, no problems. So it's great, because what I couldn't be bothered with doing was, because I think the wind's going to get up, was to bringing the caravan home tonight. Leaving it on the road would mean I would have to put all the four legs down, drop your wheel down, wheel clamp on, this, that and the other. So what I'm going to do is just pull up in the car. Obviously the car in the caravan's way longer than my drive, and just simply have the caravan blocking my drive on the road / path, and the car blocking their drive. So it means all I need to do is put the hitch lock on, which you can do, and actually lock the hitch to the car, so the caravan's locked to the car for being overnight. Plus, it's a lot more stable in case it gets windy, because it's attached to the car. And I'll probably just hoy the two back legs down just for a bit extra, kind of support in case the wind gets up. So that's my plan. I will record this as a separate one. Somehow, I don't know. I'll record getting to the yard. Walk around the caravan. I'm going to try not to show the yard name or location for obvious reasons. Not that my caravan's worth a great deal of money, but other people's will be. But it's no secret, it's a caravan yard. I don't know, I just don't want to infringe on any security or safety reasons. So I'll make a separate video. Let us know if you want to see more on the caravan. I'll do a little brief drive of going down to the yard, hooking up, Once it's hooked up, checking the lights, doing some checks around the caravan before towing. When we get home, what I'm doing with it. Let us know if you want to see that kind of thing. Project Caravan. I just thought it would be an interesting thing to put on the show. The channel. So there, we'll leave that one there. But like I say, what are you guys doing this weekend? My plans are probably all going to be caravan related, i.e. getting it washed, cleaned. I need to filter out the water system, blah blah blah. We'll go for all that on the caravan video. And then once it is set up, I've got a plan. I've got a very good plan. Should I say it now? Nah, yes, I'll say it now. I'm going to have it as my YouTube studio. Every night when I get in, when the kids are screaming, the dogs are going mad, I'm going to have the caravan on the drive, hooked up the electric, so I'll have heating, lights, I'll have my telly, it picks up the Wi-Fi, if not I use the 3G on my phone, I'll have my YouTube, my telly, my editing studio, and have a sly few cans of beer, and the missus will not have to put up with me watching what she classes as rubbish on the telly. She can sit and watch her, what I call rubbish, Coronation Street, EastEnders, all these wedding, what is it? Oh my god, I don't know what she's been watching lately. Some American wedding thing when they're not arranged marriages, but they're like, it's all typical American OTT stuff, which I can believe it or not, I can barely sit and watch Coronation Street, EastEnders. I can just about put up with that. But these wedding program, you guys, I know a lot of you people watch this are probably male orientated, but I don't know what these things are, what they're watching, but oh my god, that's one place I've got to draw the line and say, look, if you want to watch that, crack on. I'm either going to bed or I'm going to sit in the front room and watch anything. A blank screen would be more interesting. So let us know, do you guys have any problem with your girlfriends or wives, partners, with what you watch on TV? I can imagine a lot of your partners don't want to sit and watch me yakking on about cars. So yeah, yep, that's my weekend, caravan related. What's your plan for your weekend? Have you got much on? Wish me luck that at 3 o'clock the springs come for this, I can get them on and I can get away and get me caravan. Fingers crossed. Catch yous all probably over the weekend on some vlogs that I do. If not, it'll be on Tuesday for the garage vlog. Catch you later, please. Hit the like, leave a comment. It all helps. I couldn't care less what's in the comment. Just send us a thumbs up on the comment. Every comment to the videos help my rankings. Every like helps. And please, if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, you should really consider doing so. Catch you later. Bye.